Hello there. Thank you for joining me and congratulations for making it to the end of your first week. It really takes a lot of dedication to get on your mat, so you should feel good in knowing that you've been nourishing yourself and just building your practice. It's really, such a pleasure to have you with me during this time. Today's practice is just going to be a gentle whole body flow. We'll give a bit of extra attention to the upper body and our heart area for today. So make sure that you're nice and comfortable, and let's make a start in a comfortable seated position. You shouldn't need any props today. If you do like using a block or anything like that, then feel free to have that with you. Okay. So just coming to your comfortable seated position, and let's start with the right leg in front of the left, resting the hands down onto the legs. When you're ready, gently closing down the eyes. Starting to feel into your breath and your body and where you're at today. Just allowing the face to soften, the shoulders to soften. Sense of gathering all of yourself to this very moment. And let's start to bring our attention to our sankalpa. Just listening in and noticing if your sankalpa is staying the same or perhaps becoming a little bit more detailed, or it might become something different. Maybe it could be something like, I am kind and I am worthy and I am dedicated to coming to my mat for the rest of this challenge, or I am dedicated to living from a place of presence and joy so I can show up for myself and others. Some examples of how it might become more detailed, but absolutely making it fit for you, whatever is happening for you in your life. When you have your sankalpa, repeating it to yourself 3 times. This last couple of moments here. Starting to extend into your breathing, slowing down the inhale and slowing down the exhale. And when you're ready, gently blink open the eyes. Just having the right leg in front of the left and releasing the arms down by your side, feeling long through the spine. Take an inhale to reach the arms out to the sides, all the way up. Bring the palms of hands together and then exhale, draw the hands down through the center line. 2 more like that, as if you're gathering energy, palms, hands come together, and then exhale, drawing that energy in towards you. And again, inhaling. And then exhaling. 1 more time, take the arms up, inhale. This time keep the hands shoulder distance apart. As you exhale, take a twist to the right, left hand coming to the outside of the right thigh, turning the eyes to look over towards the right shoulder. And then inhale, bringing the arms back up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, twisting to the left, looking over the left shoulder. And again, inhaling, exhale, twisting to the right, and let's hold it here. Keeping that left sitting bone grounding down, just allowing the eyes to turn towards the right shoulder, and then find a spot to just rest the eyes. Lengthening up through both sides of the waist, taking an inhale. As you exhale, seeing if there's any more space, turning the left side of the body towards the right. Just 1 more time like that, inhaling and then exhaling. Hold, keep the twist, keep holding onto this the right knee with the left hand, and then take the left shoulder over towards that left knee, and right arm comes up and over. So we're coming up and over on a diagonal towards that left knee. Right sitting bone keeps grounding down, opening up through that right side body. Eyes looking up towards the ceiling if you can. Keep breathing. And then taking an inhale, coming back upright, returning to center, and then walking your hands forward into your forward fold. You could keep the arms pretty relaxed or extend out more actively. Press back with the sit bones, muscles at the base of the neck away from the ears. And then walking the hands back upright. Swapping the legs around. So let's take the left leg in front, and then once again take the arms out to the side, take them up shoulder distance apart. As you inhale, as you exhale, twisting to the left, right hand to the outside of the left thigh, turning the eyes towards the left shoulder. And again, inhaling, bring the arms up, exhaling, twisting to the right. 1 more time, inhaling, and then exhale, twisting to the left, and then let's hold it here. Relaxing that right shoulder down, turning the eyes towards the left shoulder, and then find a spot to let your eyes rest. And this time we're grounding down through that right sitting bone. Inhaling to lengthen up through both sides of the waist. As you exhale, seeing if there's any space to turn that right side of the body towards the left. 1 more time like that, inhaling. And then exhaling. Keeping the twist, keep holding on with that right hand onto the left knee, and then right shoulder comes over towards that right knee, left arm comes up and over, coming onto this diagonal side bend variation here, pressing down through that left sitting bone. And you could bend into that right elbow to help you find a little bit more space, using it as a bit of a lever to extend out through that left side body. One more full breath. And then taking an inhale, coming back upright, returning to center, and starting to walk your hands forward. Staying with your breathing. And then on the next inhale, walking your hands back upright, coming over the knees and finding your tabletop position, setting up the knees underneath the hips, feet hip distance apart, and then walking your hands out into your Anahata Asana, hands shoulder distance apart. You might be able to pop your chin down or pop your forehead down, pressing down through the tops of the shins and tops of the feet. Rotating the armpits to face one another.
Just allowing the sternum to melt down towards the mat. One more full breath. And then bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under and coming into your down facing dog. And once you're in your down facing dog, let's take a pedal out through the feet. Just lifting one heel up and then the other. Trying to lengthen out the toes. And then lowering the heels back down. Take an inhale to rise up onto the balls of feet and swivel both feet over to the right, opening up that left side of the body. And then inhale back through center, swivel the feet over to the left, opening up the right side of the body. And again, inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. And then inhale back to center. Just taking one breath here, holding your down dog. Taking another inhale. Exhale to walk your hands back towards the feet. Drop the heels down, bend through the knees and take a spine roll to come all the way up to standing. Extend the arms out to the side, inhaling. Hook the thumbs at the top here, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling and let those lower ribs hug in. Take an inhale. As you exhale, side bend over to the right, turning the eyes to look to the left. And then inhale, come through center. Exhale, side bend to the left, eyes looking to the right. And again, inhale, center, side bend to the right. And let's hold it here for a couple of breaths, pressing down through the outer edge of that left foot. Muscles at the base of the neck, relaxing away from the ears. Taking one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. See if there's any more space to come a bit further down. And then inhale, coming back up to center. Release those arms. Take the arms forward up to shoulder height. Right arm underneath, left arm on top. Wrapping the arms around into your eagle arms just as much as you can. Take an inhale to lift the elbows up. Drop that tailbone down. And then exhale, forward fold. Bending through the knees. Let the head relax down. Holding it here for a couple of breaths. Breathing into that space in between the scapula, just behind the heart. Just allowing gravity to help open up that space here. Just noticing if you can release the back of the neck. One more breath here. And then softening through the knees. Take a spinal roll to come up. Keep the arms as they are if you can. Inhaling. As you get to the top, exhale, side bend to the right. Keeping your eagle arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the left. And then inhale, center. Release the arms down by your side. Take the arms up above the head again. Hooking the thumbs. Inhale to reach the fingertips up. And then exhale, side bend to the left. Eyes looking up towards the right. Inhale, center, side bend to the right, looking up to the left. Inhale, center, last one, side bend to the left, and let's hold it here for a couple of breaths. Pressing down through the outer edge of that right foot. Hug the lower ribs in. Keep breathing. Taking one more inhale. As you exhale, maybe come down a little bit deeper. And then inhale, come back up to center. Release the arms, take the arms up to shoulder height. This time left arm underneath, right arm on top, wrapping the arms around into your eagle arms. Lift the elbows up, drop the tailbone down. Inhale, exhale, coming into your forward fold. Once again. Feeling really free to keep the knees as bent as you need them to be. If it feels comfortable to do so, you might be able to straighten your legs a little bit more. Once again, Just feeling into that space in between the scapula, that middle upper back. Trying to take the breath there. And then let's soften through the knees. Keep the arms exactly as they are, and on your next in-breath, spinal roll to come all the way up to standing, and then exhale, take a side bend to the left, and inhale, center, side bend to the right, inhale, center. Release those arms, take the arms out to the side, inhale, palms come together, look towards the thumbs, exhale, forward fold into your Uttanasana. Walk your hands out into your down facing dog and finding stillness for a moment. Steady gaze with the eyes. We're going to take a variation, a twisted variation of our down facing dog. So press the weight into that left hand, ground down through the feet, and just start to bring this right hand, and maybe for you today, you might just start to bring it a little bit further away from that front hand. But if you can, taking it down towards that left foot, and then holding outer edge of the shin or the ankle, and then starting to turn the shoulders towards the left and looking underneath that left upper arm. Draw the navel in, just taking one more inhale, and stay for the exhale. And then inhale to release that right hand back to center. Take a moment here. Rotate the armpits to face one another. Engage through the belly, and then start to bring this left hand a little bit away from that front hand, and maybe taking it all the way to the outer edge of that right leg, and then starting to rotate the shoulders to the right. Looking underneath that right upper arm if you can. One more full breath. And then as you inhale, releasing that left hand, coming back to center. Inhale, staying for the exhale. Rising up into the balls of the feet, taking that right leg up into your three-legged dog. Inhale, and then exhale to step it forward in between the hands, coming into your sprinter's lunge here. So coming onto the balls of the feet and pressing back through that left heel. And then from here, we're just going to take a pulse forward and back. Just a few, thinking about reaching that right knee forward and then the left heel back. Keep the breath open, and then coming to stillness. Dropping that left knee down, keeping the toes tucked under here. Bring the arms up into your Anjaneyasana. Lower ribs draw in as you lengthen up through both sides of the waist. Taking one more inhale, and then as you exhale, twisting to the right. Arms come down to shoulder height, turning the eyes to look towards that right hand. And then option here to drop that right hand onto the back of that left thigh, sliding it down to lift that left arm up towards the ceiling. Pinky finger reaching up, maybe shifting the hips slightly forward. Keep lifting through the lower belly. And then recovering, come back to center. Inhale, bring both the right arm back up. And then exhale, hands coming down, plant them down. Left knee comes off, stepping back into your plank position. Just finding your plank. We're going to take a variation here where we're going to come down to the knees, chest and chin. Take an inhale, come down to the knees. You just shift the weight slightly back so you can dive the chest in between the hands. Chest and chin down, squeeze the elbows in so your bottom is up in the air. And then release the tops of the feet, release the belly, shifting the chest forward, coming into your baby cobra or your cobra. Inhale, exhale, back through tabletop into down facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. Trying to lengthen out through both sides of the waist. And then rising up onto the balls of the feet, take that left leg up, inhale. And then exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands, finding your sprinter's lunge here on the fingertips of the hands, if that feels good, or they can be flat. Press back through that right heel, and then starting to take this pulse forward and back. Left knee reaching forward, right heel reaching back. Keep pressing the back of that right thigh up towards the ceiling. And then coming to stillness, bringing that right knee down, keeping the right toes tucked under, and lifting the arms up into your low lunge. Taking an inhale to reach up through both sides of the waist, reach the fingertips up, and then exhale, twisting to the left. Arms down to shoulder height, palms facing the side, looking towards that left hand. Try to lift, especially that right hip bone up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, maybe that left hand comes down, slides down that right leg, reaching the right arm up, right pinky finger reaching up towards the ceiling. Drop the tailbone down. Maybe the hips start to shift a little bit further forward. And then taking an inhale, left arm comes up to meet the right. Exhaling, hands down, framing the front foot, stepping back into your plank position. Take an inhale, exhale, knees, chest and chin come down. Squeeze the elbows in, release the feet, release the belly. Inhaling, baby cobra or your cobra. Exhaling, tuck the toes under, press back into your down dog. That's 3 breaths here. And then looking towards the hands, bringing one knee forward and then the other knee forward, sitting back and sitting over to one side, taking the legs out in front of you. And then let's bend the knees up and take the left leg underneath and the right leg on top. So we're coming into our Gomukhasana legs here. If this is not available, you could sit up a little bit higher on a cushion or a block, or take that left leg long. Trying to have both sitting bones down on the ground. Lengthening out through both sides of the waist. Inhale and then exhale. Take the left hand a little bit further away, plant it down, and right arm comes up and over, coming into this lateral side bend variation. Relaxing the left shoulder away from the ear. And then inhale, coming back upright. Exhale, walking your hands forward. Just keeping both sit bones down, relaxing shoulders away from the ears. Just noticing what's happening with your breath. Is there anything you can let go of here? And then starting to walk your hands back up. And hands behind you, so you can uncross the legs, right leg underneath or long, and then stacking that left leg on top. You're just trying to bring it over knee to knee as much as it works for you. Lengthening up through the spine here. Inhale and then exhale, right hand comes down, left arm up and over. Maybe turning the eyes, look up towards the ceiling. Just pressing down through that left sitting bone. Easy breathing. And then taking an inhale, coming back upright, and then exhale, walking your hands forward. And perhaps you might notice a little bit of a difference from side to side. And sometimes we're a bit tighter on one side than the other, depending on which side is more dominant. And if you ever find that there's a very big difference, then you might want to return to the side that's tighter at some point to give that a little bit more time. Just noticing if there's anywhere you can soften, particularly on the exhale. Letting go of any unnecessary effort. And then taking an inhale to start walking the hands back up. Uncross the legs, releasing the legs out long and just giving the legs a little bit of a shake out. Making your way down onto your back. And just hugging the knees in towards the chest for a moment. And then extending the legs out long, moving into Savasana. Just taking your time to make yourself feel comfortable. Surrendering the weight of the whole body. Releasing the muscles of the face, the forehead, softening the jaw, front of the throat, soft belly, whole body, letting go. Resting here for the next few minutes. Please feel free to stay resting here for as long as you need to. And if you would like to start to deepen into your breathing, take a deep breath in through the nose, filling the whole body, all the way from the tips of the toes to the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, allowing everything to soften even more. And again, deep breath in.
Exhale to soften. That's when you're ready. A little bit of movement into the hands and into the feet, bending one leg up at a time, rolling over onto the side of your choice. Just taking a moment, resting on your side. And then making your way up to a seated position. Coming into a comfortable cross-legged position, closing down the eyes again, hands resting down on the knees. Picturing the length of the entire spinal column. Bringing the palms of the hands together into your prayer in front of the chest and bowing down towards your hands, acknowledging your effort to come to your mat. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.